Hello and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Hospital. I'm your host, Dr. Wahid Awonga. And today, we're diving into a topic that affects millions of people worldwide, sickle cell. Together, we'll explore what sickle cell is, how it works, and how it's passed down in families. And most importantly, what we can do to prevent it and help those living with it. So grab a comfortable seat and let's unpack this important subject in the simplest way possible. You might want to ask, what is sickle cell? Now, let's start with the basics. Our blood is made up of different parts. One of those parts is the red blood cells. Think of red blood cells as delivery trucks that carry oxygen all around your body. These trucks, they need to be round and flexible to move through tiny blood vessels. Round, just like donuts. Now, but for people with sickle cell disease, the delivery trucks are shaped like bananas instead of round donuts. Because of this shape, they get stuck in the traffic of your blood vessels. And when these trucks get stuck, oxygen can't get delivered properly, causing pain and other serious problems. That is why it's called sickle cell. The cells look like sickles, a tool that farmers use in cutting crops. Now, let's look at why this happens using a more familiar example. And I know you love this. Now, think of your body as a big pot of jollof rice. I know you love jollof. A favorite dish in many African homes. Each parent contributes half of the ingredients: rice, tomatoes, peppers, onions, seasonings, you name it. Now, if one parent adds a bit too much salt, the dish might still taste okay. Now, this is like having only one copy of the sickle cell gene. That is called the sickle cell trait. Now, you carry the faulty ingredient, but your body can still function well. However, if both parents had too much salt, the entire pot of jollof becomes overwhelmingly salty. That is what happens if you inherit two copies of the gene, one from each parent, resulting in sickle cell disease. Now, in this condition, the red blood cells, which you can compare to grains of rice, they change shape and can cause pain and complications in the body. When both sides contribute to the salt issue, the outcome can be very difficult to manage, just like the oversalted jollof. So don't you ever forget that. Now, so one parent's single faulty ingredient might not ruin the dish, but both parents' faulty ingredients together can create a bigger problem. That's the core idea behind how sickle cell traits and sickle cell diseases are passed on. Now, there's a reason why prevention is key. This is where it gets really important. You can help prevent sickle cell disease before it even starts. How? By just knowing your sickle cell status. If you have the sickle cell trait, it's not a disease, but you can pass it on to your children if your partner also has the trait. That is why testing is very important before marriage or having kids. Think of it like planning a trip. If you know where you're going and what challenges might come up, you can prepare ahead of time. Testing for sickle cell is like checking the weather forecast before journey into marriage and family life. It gives you the knowledge you need to make informed decisions. It's as simple as that. Now, what if you or someone you love is already living with sickle cell disease? First of all, it's important to know that life doesn't stop because of sickle cell. With proper care, many people live full, meaningful lives. Here's how you can help someone with sickle cell. Understand their pain. Sickle cell crisis can cause severe pain because those banana-shaped cells, they block blood flow, and you can be supportive and compassionate. It goes a long way. Now, encourage hydration, meaning they need to drink a lot of water. Drinking a lot of water helps to keep the blood flowing smoothly, reducing the chances of cells, getting stuck, as we talked about the trucks earlier on. Now, you can also help them avoid stress and extreme temperatures. Stress and sudden changes in temperature can, trigger crisis. And you can be their cheerleader and help them to stay calm. Now, regular medical checkup is also important. Encourage them to see a doctor regularly. Medicine like folic acid can help, and in some cases, blood transfusion or newer treatments can also help in making a huge difference. But ensure you visit an hospital and see an healthcare provider. Now, finally, remind them that they are not alone. Support groups and communities exist to share experiences and advice. So they can visit those communities and talk to people, and they can also share their advice and the things that they face. Now, here's a fun fact. Do you know that carrying the sickle cell trait actually started as a way to survive? Yeah. A long time ago, people in malaria-prone areas, they developed the trait as protection against malaria. So while it can cause challenges today, it's a fascinating example of how our bodies adapt to our environment over time. Isn't that amazing? But now that we understand it better, we have the power to control how it affects future generations. Knowledge, they say, truly is power. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. Sickle cell disease is not just a medical condition. It's a family, community, and societal issue. By spreading awareness, getting tested, and supporting those affected, we can all play a part in reducing its impact. So whether you're planning a family, supporting a friend, or just wanting to learn, remember that small actions can create big differences. Together, we can prevent sickle cell disease and help those living with it thrive. Thank you so much for listening, and as always, stay informed, stay healthy, and keep going beyond the hospital. Until next time, I'm Dr. Waheed Awonuga. Take care.